today, including our new segment, The Brew, letting us know all of the hottest things around Syracuse.
We also have an inside look into the art galleries around campus, and Talking Points is here with us to give a wrap-up on all the latest political news.
Stay with us. This is Juice and Java, starts right now. Good morning, Syracuse, and welcome to another juicy episode of Juice and Java. I'm Rebecca Thornburg.
And I'm Jackie Prager, filling in for Mia Rossi. Let's start off our show with the squeeze.
Syracuse is the first private university to make a stand against sexual assault. The university endorsed a U.S. Senate bill to help combat sexual assault on campus around the nation. The Campus Accountability and Safety Act was co-authored by U.S. Senator Kristen Gillibrand of New York. The bill states colleges must take anonymous annual surveys about sexual violence, and the federal government must improve the way it investigates mishandled sexual assault cases on campuses. Last November, SU alum and Vice President Joe Biden came to the university to speak and bring awareness to sexual assault. I think the It's On Us campaign was awesome last year. President Joe Biden was so into what he was speaking about and how he thinks he should really combat this sexual assault.
And I'm really glad that, now we're actually doing something concrete for this issue that's so important to so many people. And I really think that it's good that we're taking a stand.
And it's great that we're the leaders of it, too.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that,
It's good that we're actually doing something, and I'm so excited that Joe Biden was able to come here and really bring such a good impact.
I completely agree.
Yeah, well, moving on to other news, the Pope is lashing out at presidential candidate Donald Trump. Before the Pope held Mass at the U.S.-Mexico border, a reporter asked him if a good Catholic could vote for Trump. The Pope responded saying, quote, "Any man who wants to build walls instead of bridges is not Catholic." Trump responded by calling the Pope a pawn of the Mexican government, and neither side is looking to back down anytime soon. And now, I'm not surprised that someone else is butting heads with Trump, but I was really shocked by this one.
I know, me too, and everybody is just talking about Trump. He is what the media loves, and it's so funny too, because the voters are obviously not affected by it because he just won South Carolina and Nevada. So.
I know. It's going to be really interesting to see what ends up in the results in the primaries, and, he's such a character, and we never know what's coming next.
And it's so fun, because you never know what he's going to say, what he's going to do, and I think that's why everyone just loves to hear him and watch him.
He sure does love to talk.
He does, indeed. And all right, moving on. People are in outrage over a photo of a baby dolphin. The photo shows tourists in Argentina taking a selfie with the dolphin. Tourists carried the dolphin out of the water and passed it through a crowd of people. The dolphin was out of the water for too long and died of dehydration. Activist groups are now protesting, saying the photo was an act of animal cruelty. This is just horrible to hear. Why would people want to take a selfie that bad that they had to kill an animal?
I know, this just broke my heart because dolphins are such beautiful creatures, and I understand the wanting to get a picture with it, sure, that's fine, but maybe stay in the water with it. Technology, we have waterproof cameras. This is a living animal. You don't take it out of its habitat.
Why would you kill it, too? Just take a quick photo maybe and throw it back. But people shouldn't be so obsessed with social media and being so addicted with it. So why take a selfie?
I know. I'm glad that activist groups are now speaking up and saying something, because it was just this just breaks my heart. Kanye West is $53 million in debt and asking for help. The rapper is releasing a new album this week and has been working on his clothing line Yeezy Season 3. West is not hiding his financial troubles. He's even tweeting at Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg asking for a $1 billion investment in his ideas. Now, this to me is just kind of crazy.
I completely agree. Why is he asking for money from the creator of Facebook over Twitter? That just doesn't make sense to me.
I know, you think that he should post on his wall or message him, but
something like that.
It'll be interesting to see how he responds. I personally, if I was Zuckerberg, wouldn't give him the money, but he has a family, so I guess he's getting desperate for money.
I know, and you would think, though, he's done so much over the years. He's been so successful, and why doesn't he have financial help. He can hire someone or just be more conscious of it. But
yeah, and then, I mean, he's been in the media so much, even with going back and forth with Taylor Swift, and so this is just adding to another publicity for him, and it's just crazy to think that he has this much debt if he is such a well-known rapper.
And why would he put it so publicly, too? Like, he could just email Mark Zuckerberg or something. Yeah. They have connections somewhere.
Well, for his family, I hope that he gets his stuff together.
I completely agree. But in other news, millions of Americans are not getting enough sleep. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has released a new study saying that 1/3 of Americans are not getting enough sleep. The CDC says getting less than 7 hours of sleep can lead to an increased risk of multiple diseases, including obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure.
I mean, I know that being college students, I don't think that we get enough sleep.
Absolutely not. I probably get 5 to 4 hours of sleep a night. And the thing is, too, we just have so much going on in the day. Sometimes there's just not enough room for sleep.
Yeah, and I mean, it really is a shame. I've grown up knowing that we need to get sleep. It's so good for you, but at the same time, it's so hard to get the right amount of hours. But I mean, I wish we could. But maybe they need to reinstate naps, I don't know.
Or just make the days longer. Somehow we just need to put those extra hours in the day for sleep and to also have our busy schedules.
Right, and it's really hard to know with like our work schedule, and everyone has so much stress, and even that sometimes keeps us up at night. Mm-hmm. But there needs to be some way to, because if it does lead to all these issues, I mean...
Well, maybe that could be an excuse. Be like, teachers, we need our sleep, so...
Well, maybe something that's keeping people up at night are the common household insects, which are ready for their close-up. Daniel Carrico is an assistant professor of photography at East Carolina University, and he is taking professional portraits of these teeny monsters that people live with every day. Carrico began this project in 2012 with the goal of combining art and science. Each photo shows the details of the insects, taking about 15 to 25 hours to create. Now, that's an absurd amount of time.
I know, for such little tiny creatures, but the details of the pictures is incredible, and none of us would have known that if he didn't take the picture.
Right, and especially being working at a college, I mean, you can really make maybe science more fun because these are such well-done photographs, and that you can really study from them and learn about these insects.
And he's actually using a really high-tech microscope, a scanning electron microscope, so it's really impressive.
Well, after the break, we're going to catch up with Matt Weinstein and see where he went this week around Syracuse campus.
Connor Federico will be live in studio to tell us everything up and coming in the Salt City.
Stay with us.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. In this week's segment of Where's Weinstein, I stayed right on campus to find out about the art exhibits and the galleries being made by students and professionals alike. Syracuse University is host to many displays of public artwork that can be found across this campus. Within the Schaefer Art Building, you can find the home of it all, the SU Art Galleries. It holds one of the largest collections of artwork in the country. Students and professionals display their passion here. It is also home to extremely historical pieces of art. And I found and spoke with the curator of this exhibit, David Prince, for more.
We have extensive galleries that are installed with works from the gallery's permanent collection that includes over 4 centuries of work from 1525 to the present.
I then spoke with SU junior India Whitkin for her passion.
The shows they put up are really contemporary. They have really amazing artists every show. The space is amazing. They just created a new part of the art gallery that's making it even bigger and has more art in it.
Wayne Franitz, a professor here on campus, put together an exhibit to help his students see the picture of what they wanted to draw.
I thought, let's plan this around or build this around an exhibition so that there would be some reward for all of our work. And this is the reward. It's a combination of prints and drawings from the university's collections and also from a private collection in Syracuse.
With Where's Weinstein, I'm Matt Weinstein, and now let's get back to the station. Thank you for watching. Right now, the Gallery of Poetry of Content, 5 contemporary representational artists will run through March 20th in the Schaefer Art Building.
Thanks, Matt. It's winter here in Syracuse and things seem to be pretty drab.
Juice and Java correspondent and the Brew contributor Connor Federico is here to tell us some ideas to help get us out of our winter blues.
Thanks, Jackie. It might be cold out, but there's plenty of hot things to do this time of year. I'm Juice and Java correspondent Connor Federico, and this is The Brew. We'll go beyond campus life and find out what's happening in the city of Syracuse and throughout central New York. So now, if you loved Harper Lee's classic novel To Kill a Mockingbird, you have to go see it performed live at the SU stage. The late author's novel is a story about Jem and Scout Finch, 2 Alabama kids who come face to face with the reality of racism in their small town. You can follow their journey starting this Wednesday, the 24th, and the show runs through March. Tickets are just $36 and are available on the SU Drama website. And after you see the show, head into the city for some dinner. The Downtown Committee of Syracuse is running its Downtown Dining Weeks, where restaurant patrons can enjoy a 3-course meal for under $25. A record 29 restaurants are participating, including Dino Barbecue, Empire Brewing Company, Funkin' Waffles, and Postabilities. Get out there soon, though, because the deals only last until the end of the month. Orange After Dark is hosting glow-in-the-dark skate night. Tennedy Ice Pavilion will be open to all Syracuse students the 26th and 27th. If you don't have skates, don't worry. The event includes free skate rentals, hot chocolate, and plenty of glow-in-the-dark giveaways. And after that, head over to Goldstein Auditorium for a couple of rounds of laser tag. As a part of the Winter Carnival, Laser Tag Night will run February 27th and 28th. The event includes a screening of Parks and Rec and some free food while you wait. And finally, if you have a car, take a short drive to the town of Fabius for a horse-drawn sleigh ride. The rides cost $6 and are open to the public every Saturday and Sunday until the end of the month. The 20-minute rides take you through the scenic Highland Park and are said to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So if you're looking for something to do this week, ladies, you definitely have plenty of options.
Awesome. Thank you, Connor. When we come back, Cedric Bolton is here to talk about the rest of the events celebrating Black History Month.
And Perk Up took us on a bit of a language lesson.
Stay tuned.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language. can spot a stroke fast.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Welcome back. We have Cedric Bolton from the Office of Multicultural Affairs with us to talk about campus events and what we have to look forward to as Black History Month comes to a close. Hi, Cedric. Thanks so much for coming in to talk to us today.
Hi.
So first, can you just tell me exactly what the Multicultural Affairs is?
The Office of Multicultural Affairs is an office that provides support to students of color. When I say that, African American, Latino, Native American, Asian students. But it's not an exclusive office, so it's open to white students as well. We just have programs for leadership, mentoring, and the arts within our office, and we do a number of programs throughout the year.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys are doing a lot. What have you done so far this year for Black History Month?
Well, so far we've had an opening reception for our kickoff of Black History Month. We did the Black Lounge, which had over 230 people who attended. Oh. We had features from students, community artists, and then we highlighted a senior who did a reflection on being at Syracuse University, and we gave 2 awards to Linda Littlejohn and Paula Johnson, who's a law professor. So we did that event, which was really big, and we're looking forward to the Alicia Garza's event, which is on Tuesday. She's the co-founder of Black Lives Matter. So that's going to be a really explosive event in Hendricks Chapel on Tuesday, the 23rd.
How many events every year for Black History Month do you guys usually put on?
Usually our office put together at least 4 events. So we just did the Modern Dance Workshop, which was this weekend. We had 30 students who attended a clinic with one of our community members who was a part of Alvin Ailey Dance Company for years, and that was yesterday. So we try to do 4 events, activities, which is a commemorative lecture, arts, and then we have just some conversational pieces. And then we kind of close out with a smaller event to talk about what we've done all through Black History Month. Yeah.
Okay, so the next event coming up is the speaker for Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And what date is that on?
That's the 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd, which is going to be in Hendricks Chapel at 7 p.m. And so we thought that would be really important to bring someone as important as this climate is in this country to talk about what she's doing and keeping people motivated.
That sounds great. It sounds like you guys are really doing good, and we'll be sure to look out for that event coming up.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Well, now let's take a look at where Sarah Perks went this week on Perk Up.
I'm Sarah Perks, and today is National Linguistics Day. I'm standing on the first floor of Huntington Beard Krause. Some of you may know it better as HBC, and I'm going to go upstairs and talk to Professor Bowman about why National Linguistics Day is so important. We are sitting here today with the Department Chair of Languages, Literatures, and Linguistics, Professor Bowman. So, Professor Bowman, what does Linguistics Day mean to you?
Linguistics Day is a day to celebrate languages from around the world and other cultures that speak those languages.
And why is language so important in this day and age?
Language is what connects us as human beings. It's how we communicate with each other. It's how we understand each other. Language is what makes the world go round. It's kind of cliche, but it works.
It works, absolutely. And what languages do you speak? Do you speak any languages?
Yes, I speak Spanish, French, German to a certain proficiency level, and basically I'm interested in all languages.
Wow, that is absolutely unbelievable. I speak basic Spanish, conversational Spanish at home because my grandparents live with me, so I always try to use it when I can to make sure that I don't forget it. But out of all those languages, which one's your favorite to speak?
Oh, that's really hard to say. Spanish is the one I speak most often and I'm most familiar with. I do research in Latin America, so I use my Spanish a lot. But I love all languages. My father is French-Canadian, so I love French as well. All languages are interesting.
French is such a pretty language, I'll definitely say that. How can people get more involved with the language department or have more of an appreciation for linguistics in general?
So in addition to the many languages we teach in our department, we have a lot of cultural activities. We host, for example, a World Cultures on the Quad every April, in which we celebrate music and food and art from other cultures. We also host our International Poetry Festival on Valentine's Day. We have many, many cultural events in our department, so they can just contact us, and we always welcome people from all around the world.
Well, thank you for joining us today. This is Perk Up with Sarah Perks. Stay warm, Syracuse. International Mother Language Day is recognized by the United Nations General Assembly. Today marks the 17th celebration.
We'll be right back after this short break.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach. I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Joining us now is the Editor-in-Chief, Joanna Aguanda, and Executive Editor, Regina Chow, from Mixtape Magazine. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. And we just want to know, what is Mixtape Magazine?
Well, Mixtape Magazine is going to be the first on-campus hip-hop magazine that Syracuse has ever produced. It's kind of a long time coming. We thought there needed to be a magazine on campus.
A lot of people are telling us, like, wow, like, why didn't we think of this before, and stuff like that. So, like, yeah.
So we
it's about time.
Called out all the hip-hop heads, and we just came together.
Very cool. And who will be featured in this magazine? Will it be from celebrities to locals on campus or anything like that?
We have a bunch of different things that we're trying to do. We have a very big student spotlight section. There's actually somebody on the e-board that's his like sole job to go out and bring in the talent. We could feature rappers, designers, artists, producers, DJs, dancers, everybody.
We have an alumni piece.
Yeah,
so
we
we're
do.
gonna
Very cool. And why did you guys want to start this?
Oh,
You personally or anybody?
Just because I just personally felt that there needs to be a platform that takes hip-hop as seriously as I do, or she does, or people on campus do. Just because there are other magazines on campus that deal with music, but I just did not feel like 2 pages is enough. We need a whole magazine about hip-hop and its culture, and yeah.
And from where I'm sitting, at least, all of my friends are constantly talking about hip-hop. We're talking about the issues, the new artists. And we bring like the best rappers here, and like I just felt like there wasn't just one sole publication that was really highlighting all of that. So we felt like we could do a lot with this magazine, and we felt that there really is a place and an audience for it here.
Awesome. And when will the magazine come out?
We are aiming for April 19th, the week of April 19th. It should be out.
Very cool. That's so exciting. I can't wait to pick one up. And where will we be able to find this magazine?
Anywhere on campus, everywhere on campus.
Putting it
Every bus stop on
campus. Just having posters, really publicizing it. That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. We will make sure we check it out, and thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. And Juice and Java will be right back.
the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back. We have Talking Points correspondent Mike Riccardi in studio with us to let us know what to watch out for the upcoming presidential election. Hi, Mike. Thanks so much for coming in to talk to us today.
Glad to be here.
So our first question is, with Jeb Bush dropping out, what does this mean?
So Jeb Bush dropping out is really the end of a dynasty, with his brother and his father being past presidents. And the thing to look for is, when are John Kasich and Ben Carson going to drop out? These votes are going to mainly go towards Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. They're more establishment. I mean, some will go to Trump, but as this field thins out, it's going to become a much closer race.
And how do you think Super Tuesday is going to impact this election and all the primaries?
So there's a dozen states on Super Tuesday, and there's a lot of delegates up for grabs. On the Republican side, you know, we can expect Donald Trump to do well all across the board. Ted Cruz needs to focus on the Deep South, where, you know, that's his domain, and Marco Rubio needs to do well in the New England and the Midwest. On the Democratic side, look for Bernie Sanders to try and do well in Massachusetts and Vermont, which is his home state, as well as the caucus states, which are Colorado and Minnesota. And then another interesting state is Oklahoma. They've put in a lot of work there. But I think for the Sanders campaign to really make their mark and show that they can win, they need to do very well in Texas, which is a huge state, and it's a very diverse electorate. If they could do well or win there, he has a serious shot.
So who do you think that is going to just pull through?
Hillary is still the odds-on favorite for the Democrats. Sanders has shown some hope, but he really needs to show that he can win. On the Republican side, Donald Trump's still the odds-on favorite. As that race thins, you know, there's a chance for Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, but the longer the two of them go at it, you know, it looks like Trump is just going to go steal away with it.
All right, well, thanks so much. We're going to be looking out for that. So, do you like to cuddle, Rebecca?
You know, I do, and some volunteers in California do too.
Well, at Lucy Packard Children's Hospital at Stanford University hired volunteers, cuddlers, for its neonatal intensive care unit. Doctors believe that a hug can be the best medicine.
In fact, they believe that cuddling leads to better tolerance of pain, more stable body temperatures, and stronger vital signs.
Well, thanks for sticking with us this half hour for Juice and Java.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook for more steamy content. I'm Rebecca Thornburg.
And I'm Jackie Prager. Have a great day, Syracuse.